arguably, I'd say American doctors are the worst.
So as a health economist, there's a lot in this video I want to talk about. Go back and watch the video if you haven't already. But there are several points she makes in the video. The first is that American doctors are very upset about people going to other countries to have medical procedures because they don't think it's as good quality as receiving the same procedures in the And medical tourism has surged over the last 5 years. In fact, we see an annual growth rate of 15 to 25% with over $100 billion being contributed to the global economy through medical tourism. Now, again, how we define better, it can be based on a wide variety of metrics. We can talk about wait times and how fast people get healthcare. We can talk about how much it costs. We can talk about the quality of care for basic as well as rare diseases. So when we're talking about quality and how well procedures and doctors perform, we need to think about how exactly we're measuring that. For example, let's think about something like maternal mortality. If we're measuring the US healthcare system based on maternal mortality, it actually is very poor compared to comparable countries. However, if we're talking about something like a routine surgical item or a fragment of something being left in your body after surgery, the US actually performs the best out of the comparable countries. So again, when we're talking about quality, we really need to think about what metric we are measuring it. Here, the Commonwealth Fund attempts to rank 11 similar countries based on a wide variety of outcomes, namely healthcare equity, access to care, administrative efficiency, and it finds that the US performs the least out of these metrics. So among these metrics from this particular survey, you could say that the US has the worst performing healthcare system compared to these other 10 countries. And this is particularly shocking once you consider the fact that the US spends a way higher percentage of their GDP on healthcare compared to other countries. You can see here that line above everyone else, that's the US. Now, I agree with the person I stitched in that there are doctors around the world that are absolutely phenomenal. However, I will respectfully push back on her statement that US doctors are the worst in the world because they choose to become doctors in the US healthcare system. I don't think a lot of doctors go into the US healthcare system and realize how many barriers there are to them providing the care to their patients that they would ideally like to get. Not to mention the insurance system and the pharmaceutical industry. It is a wide network of things that only someone like myself, a health economist, quite understand as a whole. And it's not until they enter that healthcare system that they have an understanding of what's going on. Part of why I have this page is to help y'all understand all of the various players that function in our healthcare system, which is way more complicated compared to a national system like we see in the EU or other areas of the world. So I hope that was helpful. If you have any questions, let me know.